Good morning, everyone. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and I want to share my Christmas card albums that I make in the new year. Um, I have these two I'm going to do a flip through of, and then I came across my 2020 Christmas card. So I thought, what a great opportunity to just kind of give you how I get started on these. But first, I'm going to do a flip through of these two journals. All right. Good morning, Mina. So let's do it in reverse, since the album I'm going to be working on is from 2020. This one was my cards from last year. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the names of those that sent me cards last year. And that'll be where I start with my Christmas cards for this year. So here we go. I'll have to slide it back and forth. All right. So this is the card I designed for that year, for 2022. And then this was the example of the card I sent out last year. And I stamped on the inside, and everybody got a gold star. So the card I actually made lives inside the original drawing of my Christmas cards. This year, I'm not doing an original Christmas card. I'm trying to use up some cards I came across. So there's that. And when I go to make the albums, my originals kind of dictate what size the album will be, because I do the drawings and things when I make my own cards. I do them a little bit larger, and then when I shrink it down, the colors become more intense. This is a straight up copy of this one, but shrunk down, it intensifies the color. So that's how I decide what size my album will be. So this is from Janet Nash. So Janet Nash will get a Christmas card. So 2024 Christmas cards. So you guys will know who's already getting a card. And if you want a card from me, you'll have to let me know. They won't be extra special this year. I'm feeling very crazy. And so this was Janet Nash's page, basically. And I love that she included this picture of the Queen's Guard. Now it's the King's Guard. And there are pockets. So nobody made it in there. I make the pages pocket pages, so I have places to tuck things. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Marty. Hugs to Marty. And let's see. I think that's that. All right. Next page. Barbara. Which Barbara? Is this Barbara Clark? I recognize that. So Barbara Clark will get a card. I recognize the Christmas tree because she carved that, and she always makes a tag. And it's looking like this year everybody got their own page. All right. Next up, let's see. Oh, this is the card. This is from my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. And then these were just odds and ends. If I remember right, I did this flower on the book page. I don't know. That's a napkin. I just kind of tucked it in there. And then, yeah, because there's the napkin again. And a little, people send me things, and all the extra bits, I'll just tuck in. You can just tuck those in like that. This is a little paper clip. How was he on there? I think he was like that. And then I have, so I'll send one to my sister-in-law. And then this one has one tucked in the top. Brenda Ashford. So I'm making my Christmas list for this year because this is all last year's cards. All right. Turn the page. Uh-oh, that tape, the washi's coming up. This one is from Cheryl, Sister Cheryl. Good morning, Anne. And this one here, oh, it says Kathy. Oh, is this Kathy C? That's from Beth. So Beth will get a Christmas card. And it's Kathy with a K. I bet that's Kathy Cowles. Let's see. All right. I think this is Kathy Cowles. And then in the pocket card says Mina. Mina sent me a Cardinal card last year. So Mina, we'll get a Christmas card. And I punched a little hole in the corner. I don't know if you can see that or not. For anything that came that was like a, hi, Vicky. For anybody that sent me any little dangle or anything, I would just punch a hole in the corner of my page and stick that on there. So it's got a little dangle at the corner. It looks kind of cool when the book is open. And again, the size of the book denotes the size of my Christmas card design denotes the size of the book. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Renee. So this is from Dee Dee, and this is when she did me in the craft room. So Dee Dee will get one. Yeah, I'm hoping that's Kathy C. And yeah, this was my card from Dee Dee last year. And Sherry Vaughn is on the back of this artist trading coin. And again, I just put a little hole. This time I put a brad through it so I could catch this yarn, and it's looking like it's trying to escape. It's barely hanging on. That'll hold it on a little better. And this is Judy Patton. I wrote her first name down. And this was Judy. She had included a little snowman. So I took somebody's envelope and made a corner pocket by just cutting the corner off. And then I have a place to slide stuff. And the card inside was from my sister-in-law, Jane. That's my brother-in-law, Steve's wife. So Jane McCauley. All right. And we'll put that back there. And then here we go. This just looks like ATCs. These were made by Brenda Ashford too. These little watercolor artist trading cards. And then Mary did a trading card. And I did. These were the ones we did inspired by Janet Nash, where they look like little Polaroids. So that's what that was for. So I'm going to put Mary's name down. All right. And I looked at that card already. Then here we go. This one's from my sister Rhonda and her husband Kevin. So Rhonda and Kevin will go on here. That's my sister. I think I said that already. And this one's from my other sister, Robin. Robin and Dave. And I've already had messages from them today. So the only thing I'm going to say is if you have teenagers in your life, please reach out to them and stay in contact with them, know how they're doing, because we've got kids killing themselves right and left. Okay. So we really need to listen to our teenagers. Please listen to your teenager. And when they quit talking, listen to them more. All right. So anyway, that's it on that. Today's going to be a better day. Okay, this one I'm not going to send a card to because Scott's getting hired straight on. Yay, finally. Merry Christmas to us. But this was from the headhunter that got him his current job. But he came in yesterday and told me that they are finally hiring him on straight ons, and we are so happy. What a wonderful Christmas present. Another one of the little dangles here that somebody sent me, and they were on these are actually called, people call them light bulb clips, but they're actually made for sails. They're I used to know the correct name for them. I'll think of it later when I'm not thinking about it. All right. And yeah, that was the Headhunters card. Now, this one, I made a pocket out of this card to hold this card. And that's what I do with the smaller bullpens. Yeah, that could be it too. But there's another name for them. Has to do with laundry or something. Garment pins. That's it, Renee. Renee got it. Ding, ding, ding. So if you've got really small cards, think about making a pocket out of one so you can slide another card in. And this one was from Sharon Lombard. So I'll write Sharon's name on here. And then this penguin is from Nettie. I'll just write Nettie. I know who Nettie is. I don't need no last name. This is Artful Esther. And she likes to send ATCs. She likes to do ATCs swaps. Yes, I've heard them called bulb pins, but the garment pin, I think, is what they are originally done. All right. And so this one was from Peg and Ron. And I love that they include a picture. And this is my son. Last Christmas, he went and the silly thing went and got his picture with Santa. I love this kid. Which last night, the poor thing, he accidentally threw his car keys, house keys, everything away at work. So he had to call his friend to come get him to get his spare car key. And I had to leave the house unlocked until he got back. It was just really crazy. But I think it's a hoot that he went and got his picture with Santa. So let's do page 2 up here. And we'll put Peg Robinson on here. That's the kind of thing he does at 36 years old. So anyway, this is from Art Junkie Shannon. Shannon. And I think Shannon is off with her daughter, Sarah Bear. Art Junkie. Oh, wait. We got to do the pocket. What does this say? Oh, this is when we went down to downtown Batesburg, South Carolina, and it was on December 23rd. We were doing that very last minute shopping in a small town, and it was so cold that a lot of the business had just gone ahead and closed. But I was so thankful this place had stayed open. I got all kinds of different things. I got some rubber stamps, a candle holder, a puzzle, and a planner of some sort. Wood planner. I don't even remember what that was. That's horrible. I spent all that money and I don't even recognize that. But I kept the receipt because it was like a special place to go. It's Oak Street Vintage Mall. And they had a bunch of different vendors in this little shop on their little main street. So yeah, that was a fun day. Maybe we'll do something fun like that again. This one is from Candy. And I bet that's our Candy. And then this little barn is from Journey. So Journey. All right, Journey on here. The next one, I won't be as detailed about writing things down because this was last year's album. And this one says Sherry Vaughn. Didn't I write Sherry Vaughn down already? I did. Sherry, did you send me 2 cards? I might have to go back and look at that other Sherry. That might have been, instead of Sherry Vaughn, that other one might have been Sherry. Yeah. Oh, and this is my nephew and his bride. And they put a picture in there. And I think this one's from Beth and Joe. And I think I already wrote Beth down. And then so I need to write Drake and Stephanie. I guess I put them in there. There was an empty pocket at the beginning. I could have put that in there. I've already got Beth written down. So Drake and Stephanie. Drake just got out of the Navy. Let's see here. Let's see. This one is from Janet Baum. Janet makes beautiful cards. Everybody that makes cards does a great job. And then this one is, oh, this is from Scott's boss. So I won't send a card there. And this is somebody's card, big card that I put on the back cover as another pocket. And this one's from Kathy Whitney. And she did these beautiful trees. Kathy Whitney. And usually what I do is just write the Whitneys on it. And this is a thank you from Adele. She sends a thank you for any gifts she gets from me. And that's my sister-in-law. Scott's sister sent that. And this one is from Anne. And it looks like Callie. And then she did the pop-up, sent the pop-up card. Isn't that beautiful? And so Ann Lahr gets one. And then this was my Christmas card list. So what I'll do is when I go to actually send the cards, I'll do another piece like this. So I'll know who I sent cards to. And I try to always include everybody that sent a card in this book, in the book I make for the year. And then that's the back of the book is just plain. So that's what I do with y'all's Christmas cards, like in January. And then this one's much smaller. This was the first time I ever did this. For some reason, the cats like to chew these. I don't know if it's the glue on them or what, but this was my 2021 card album, and it's much smaller. And this was the card that I did that year with the little gnome peeking out the window. And I made them as flip outs this time. And this is from Janet Baum. And this one, you can see the cat's got a hold of it and chewed it. Sharon Lombard. And then this one's been made into a pocket. And this one's from Nettie. She sent me a gnome. And then inside it, This is from Janet Nash with the gnome. So I put the gnomes together. And I don't think these have top pockets because I did flip outs with the cards and made pockets. This one was Barbara Clark and Jeff and Kathy. Yeah, this one's not made with pockets. This one's just cardstock on a Kathy orders. What do they call this? It lays flat as you open it. I don't remember what that's called. Judy Patton. Oh, and I include the stamps off everybody's envelopes, random bits that get shoved in the cards. What is the current winter image du jour? If you're asking if I'm doing my cards this year, you're going to get a variety of cards I came across while I was doing this big room. I got to take my sweater off. I'm burning up under these lights. I'll show you just an example. I have a bunch of these, several of these, probably close to 10 like this, where I did the hand-painted snowman. So I've got some of those. So some will get postcards. And the snowmen are all painted slightly different. And I figured, why not send them? They're dated 2020. But you know what? They're still good. And I've stamped a Christmas message. And I have a few cards like these that I have sent in the past. I have several of those. I'll show you the ones that I have that are handmade that are going out this year. These are easy to do. If you've seen the short for these, it's so much fun to do. You take something round and you put watercolor just on the edge. You set it down on your paper and then you just add water to the middle and all of this color will come in. And the key to it is to really leave some dry spots so you have some highlights. So there's another of the Christmas cards. There's another of the bulbs that I did. Those are fun to make. And then I have a few from last year left over, and it's the little cards, but they're going to be coming in great big envelopes. And these I've stamped already. So these are ready to go. So I will send some from previous years and some that never got sent. I'm trying to, use from my stash this year. And then I do, if it goes beyond this stack, I have some pre-made cards. Those I'll probably save for family because they don't care if it's a handmade card. Then I have, let me see if I can find them real quick. I have these postcards that we did a dirty dozen for. And I was painting the pine bough, and then I'll put something over here. But what happened is that's the only pine bough I got painted. So I've got to paint on these. So that's the card for this year. Hi, Dar. So let's get back. We did this one, right? Yeah, from Judy. And I also, if they were as tall as my journal, I just stuck them down at the top and the bottom. So they are a belly band. So you can slide one behind. This is from Journey. And this one's from Mina. She included Howie, Callie, and Tippy. And remember, this is a couple years old. Oh, let's see. This was from our Edward Jones folks, but it's also been made into a belly band. So this was made by Tanya McGuire. She sent a note. Oh, we did a, what is this called? A zine. a zine swap with Tanya. And that's what this was. She said she was sorry it didn't get sent until after Christmas that year. All right. This one is from Danny Coleman. I might go through and grab the ones that are in here that weren't in the other one and include them. This has got to be Mary. Yeah. And she sent some inchies and the little gnome stamp. She sent me the gnome stamp and I stamped it out and put some gold embossing on it. So Mary carved that little gnome for me. And she included a recipe, I think, here. So if you include little tuck-ins and stuff, I stick them behind your card. A maple pumpkin cheesecake, which looks yummy, and a chocolate caramel walnut fudge, which also looks yummy, but very definitely not on a diabetic's menu, even though we love them. All right. And then this one was from Sherry Vaughn. I'm wondering if the first Sherry was Sherry Hubing. It could have been. And I love this vintage sticker. Remember the ones we had to lick? Ugh. This one is Little Sister Cheryl. And behind here, there's a gift card and what I bought with the gift card. But did I write who sent the gift card? I did not. That's okay. It's been spent. I bought the thread spools holders that are behind me, 2 of those. And then this is from Beth because Beth recycles the Christmas cards she gets from Beth and Joe. And this is just a front of a random card that I used as a pocket. I think Beth might have actually sent this part and then I made it into a pocket. And then somebody sent words, or I had words or something. This one I don't have to tip back and forth. These were sent to me by somebody. Mina. Mina sent the sweater. And I just put her little tag inside that and made it into a pocket. It's glued down on the arms and the sides of the sweater and the bottom of here so I can have a pocket. This is from Barbara Clark. And she sent a little Peace Be With You card. And I just set that in there because it says peace on it. And I had some random images somebody sent in as well. And this one is from Ann Lar. Ann, you seem to make the back cover every year. I don't know why. That's odd because you're on the back cover of both of them. So that's what I'm going to do with the ones I found. The Messy Palette. Welcome. So these were from 2022. This is 2021. And I started doing this in 2021. But when I was changing rooms, this is the 2020. So what I'll do is evaluate what I have. And I'll do that with you guys, but then I'll make the journal on my own because it takes hours and hours and hours. So I'm just going to pull all this out here. Oh, that'll be a cute dangle off there. It's not signed, but I'm kind of thinking maybe it's Janet Nash. Or it could be somebody else, but I don't know. So if I go by what I usually do, I'll start with my Christmas card design. And that's what this 2020 was this. So some people will get a 2020 Christmas card. And this is supposed to represent me, Scott, and our son Greg. And all 6 cats are here. 6 cats because Sally was still with us. Sally got sick and was put down. But that's Sally, Piper, Cole, Tippy, Callie, Howie, and that's our dog Bernadette. So that's usually what I do for Christmas is I design and then I shrink it down. And so the colors intensify when you shrink it down. So this was the original. This was the actual cards. So some of you will get a 2020 Christmas card. So I think that's going to be the biggest overall. So I know that, and if I wanted to, these go about in the same size range. This one was sent to me by Beverly Hill. It was a swap, and I was supposed to put Christmas pictures in it and a recipe and all. So I might have to fill this, go back to 2020 pictures and find some pictures to actually put in here. I was in a swap for that. That is going to be chunky. So I'm going to have to come up with a design for the hinge so that some portion, maybe the center of the book, I could put this in and put an extra wide gusset in the very center of my mounting strip, just to make room for this to be stuck on a page. Now, I want to stick the things. See, this is just a card front with a picture of Peg and her husband on it. And so what I'll do is I'll make a pocket for this so I can see both sides. Oh, this one's from Holly Dalton, you guys. I hate we lost her. So these will be pocket items. This will be glued down. This needs more space. And I kind of just go through and separate everything like that. This one needs to go in a pocket. It's from Journey. And you guys, this was sent through the mail just like this. And look at the dimension on this. This is an actual stick that she's wrapped fabric around and sewed and glued down. And these are little bells. So don't be afraid to send some dimension on your Christmas postcards. Don't ever be afraid of that, because look at this. And I got an envelope from Journey one time that had a metal washer glued to the outside of the envelope. So you can put dimensional things in the mail. So that needs a pocket. This is from Janet Nash, which I think that heart goes with that. So that needs a pocket, and that needs a pocket, or it'll get hung off the page. All right, this one can be glued down to the page, and this was from Danny Coleman. Let me write Danny's name on here. All right, this one can be glued down, and this one's from Vicki Brown. Vicki Brown. Her and Farmer Brown. All right, let's see. This one was from my sister-in-law, Jane, again, and it can be glued down to the page. And this one has nothing on the back, and this one's from Tanya. Oh, that's the front of Tanya's. And this one's from Kathy Whitney, and it doesn't have anything on the back that I'm going to want to read. And this one's from Janet Baum, and she just did the torn Christmas trees. That one would make a good pocket for, say, Kathy's. So I could put and glue hers down like this, and it would be a pocket like this, and I could stick those two together. So that's pocket material. This one could also be glued straight down. This one is from Peg. And that's what I do, is I just go through. And this is from Cheryl. And I've got to remember that not to use the address in here because Cheryl doesn't live there anymore. But this one tells me about the candy cane ornament that's on my tree. So I need to put this in a pocket. So it goes in the one that has to be put in a pocket. This one was from Deborah Adams, which it has information on the back. And it has her address on it. I'll send her a card and say, hey, hi you. She doesn't live far from me. We met one time. Let's see. Teresa. This one could be, well, this one needs to go in a pocket because she's got her date on the back. Of course, I could move it to the inside. Let's see here. It looks like this has got to be Mary's card. Yes. And she didn't sign the card, so what I did is I glued this in and then, no, she did. That's Mary's writing. Never mind. My bad. But what I did is I took her envelope because it had all this cool stamping and I've already glued her card down. So now this could be glued down to the page. This one has to be a tuck-in. And it is not signed. But this is definitely Beth. So I'm wondering if Beth made that as well. This one just says 2020 on it. I think Beth made those. And then here's one of the postcards Mary did that year. So that'll have to go in a pocket. So it's got information on the back. This one's from Anne. And this time I'll try not to put you on the back cover. See, I can work on this in Craft and Chat today, but I wanted to share how I put them together. Oh, this is from Lucia. I definitely have to send Lucia a card. I have her address, I think, somewhere. If not, I'll contact her. And this one has information on the back. Oh, this is from Dawn Andres. I wonder how she's doing. I'll send her a card and see if she, and with a note and say, hey, where you be? This I did, Greg gave me a rubber stamp set for Christmas that year of these kitty cats. And so I'm looking at this. I need to use this and my card to tell me that the page needs to be even wider than my art. So I'll put that with that. So I'll go a half an inch bigger than the width of this and a half an inch bigger than the height of my drawing. And then I've got these that I can use to decorate the pages. And I'll even use those. This one's from one of my quilting friends, and it's got to go in a tuck-in pocket because it's got her addresses on the back right here. And Irene V. Irene. So that needs to be in a pocket. You can tell it's from a quilter. And then these were a couple of pieces of art I did that year. See, it's got jingle bells on it. Save the best for last, huh? I actually put little jingle bells on the card, but I didn't write anything on the back. I just know that I did this because I've signed it. I signed it and dated it. That's as good as I got. So I'll put my original art that I did, that year. And then for some reason, this will have to go in a pocket because on the back, it has the full lyrics to Que Sera, Sera. I don't know how we came up with that, but this was our New Year project for 2021. This actually, well, I'll go ahead and put it in the 2020 because it's stamped. It was done in 2020, so I'll put it in here. But it needs to go in a pocket. So I need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looks like I need 13 pockets. I need 13 pockets or tuck spots or something. 13 pockets to stick stuff. And then I need a fat gusset for this book here. And I need to print some pictures from 2020 to put in this. I'll have to locate them because they're probably not on a camera anymore. And then this will tell me how many pages I need. And see, this could be made into a pocket just by gluing on 3 sides. But I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's 13 places, 13 pockets, 13 pages, and 2 of the pages could be the front and the back cover. So that's 1, and that's 2, and then 3 to 13 would be actual pages, front and back. So I have the front and the back, and then if I count the pages, that's 10 pages, right? Or 11 pages. My brain's not doing math this morning. 3 through 13. I'm doing 13 minus 3. It's 13 minus 2. That's 11 pages total that I need to do. And I have to remember to do a fat gusset in the middle. Oh, was I going crazy? Your fat gusset is built in. You love the blue card with the white face. That was done by Deborah Adams, if I remember right. I know which one you're talking about. We did some postcards one time, and that's where the snowman postcards came from that I have to send out is here. I have some of these. Some of these will go out this year because I came across them, and I figure why not use them. But she did kitty cats, and I did the snowmen. So if somebody gets one of these from me, it'll just have to go in a pocket. And then these, some of them go vertical and some go horizontal. I love the ones when they're looking up in the air. I see that's another one that goes that way. This one goes like this one goes, which way does he go? This way and this way. So I got 2 that are vertical. So I'm going to sit here and work on the Christmas card list that I now have. I've got my ideas for my next journal. So surely by next week, I'll have this 2020 journal done, and I'll do a quick flip through of it next week, one day. And I'll work on that today in Craft and Chat because I didn't know what I was going to do today. So this is what I have. And I need to try to keep the stuff for the pockets and the stuff for the pages separate. In here, like so. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and build the book, and then I'll put all of the things that's for the pages into the book. And then I'll worry about, tucking things in. I've got to make sure I leave 13 places to tuck things in. So that's my plan for today. I just wanted to share these because I know there's a lot of people that say, what in the world could I do, with my Christmas cards? What am I going to do with them after Christmas? I love creating these simply because it definitely gives me a go-to from the previous year who will definitely get a Christmas card from me. So if you're new and you want to send me a Christmas card, just message me. My email is on my About page. Okay. You need to get some stamps. You have the cards. Okay. And so this is what I do with my Christmas cards to keep them from year to year so that I have an idea of where to go to get my list of who I'm going to mail to. And so that's what I've done while we went through the big book, because this was last year. That's what I've done here. So if you heard your name, you're getting a card from me. And that's it. That's all I had for you guys. Yes, black paper is becoming an issue again for me. And once I make my journal, because you guys, if you've been around at all with me, you know that I love to use black paper because it makes anything pop. So after I make this journal, I'm probably going to have to order some black paper. I will note that on this one, I made these huge pocket pages. I'm not going to do that again because they're too deep. I would rather have the pockets on the surface of the page like this and use a previous card or something as my pocket base. And if you wanted, some of them you could make as flip outs so they come out from the side even more. All right. Get you some rest, messy palette, and I will see you guys in the next video. And I'm probably not going to get my sewing video up because things have been a little on the crazy side the last few days. But I'm going to try to do something with that before next week. Talk to you guys later. Bye.